We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. A Memorial Day get-together for you here at the ballpark between the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Randy Johnson will be on the mound for the series opener. Harold, what do you got?
Matt, he's coming off an amazing performance. He struck out a ton of guys. His stuff is working right now for him. Everything for strikes. The hitters look like they're lost. Hopefully we'll see another performance like that in this game.
Now at the plate, Derek Hill. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Detroit, center fielder, Derek Hill.
Start of a four-game set as the game's first pitch misses for ball one. And Harold, these Astros entering play here tonight. They've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, here we are in May, and we're almost sitting there saying these guys are going to win it all. I mean, they've opened up a big lead already, and we're only in May. They've been playing that good of baseball.
And our game time temperature this evening, a nice 74 degrees. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Throw to first in time, and the bunt attempt is foiled. So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. This is the guy you want at the plate when the game is on the line. He thrives in these situations. It's almost like he goes to bed and says, I can't wait to play because the game is going to come down to me and I'm going to make something happen. He thrives on performing in the big moments.
Digging in, Junior Rivera. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw gets him 2 down.
Batting third, first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
Into the box now, Miguel Cabrera. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he just misses with a curveball.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind. 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
And this is taken for ball 4, so it's a 2-out walk here in the top of the first.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes as we take a look at the splits between April and May. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Seems like he's just lost the strike zone these last several pitches. He's got a walk, and that pitch right there, that wasn't even close.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike one.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball strike 3 called on the outside corner, and he can't believe it. I don't blame him, but the inning is over. Tigers leave 1. And now the Astros will go to work for the first time. No score. Number 53 gets the starting nod for the Tigers in this one. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, his last outing was not one he wants to look back with great pride. He only threw 4 innings, and he got the loss. This is a turnaround game for him. He has to get back on the mound and be able to give his team a chance to win.
So stepping in, Gary Cox.
Leading off for the Astros.
He comes in currently second on the team in home runs.
Gary Cox.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Harold, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Well, Matt, we're really looking at a club that's been struggling. They're coming off a losing record on the homestand, and this is the first game on the road. We're really going to see what this team's made of starting on this trip.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Fielded cleanly. And he's set down 1 away. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
Matt, this lineup has been on fire. Everybody's hitting from top to bottom. I don't know how you get them out right now. If you roll the ball up there, they'll probably golf it out of the ballpark. They've been that hot.
Striding in, David Lee. He comes in today leading the American League in batting for the season. First offering on its way. Now a slurve's going to bounce up to the plate as he lays off it for a ball. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, with Matthew Ross back there, we may not see a lot of offense unless you have a game plan to expand the strike zone, because he calls out of the zone better than anybody. I shouldn't say better. I should say more than anybody in the league.
Cespedes is right there. 2 gone.
Batting third, right fielder, Michael Lee.
Digging in now, Michael Lee, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. First pitch coming. Here it is. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are. And this guy's a good hitter, by the way. But he came right after him early in the count.
Hit back toward the mound. And that's through for a hit.
So the first two batters of the inning go out, and then the three-hitter gets a base hit
Batting
here,
fourth,
bringing up the middle of the order. This
baseman,
guy's got power. It could be
number 3.
2-0 before you blink.
Ready now, number 3.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and he's back standing. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And again, he'll snap one over to first. And the fans don't like this at all. And another snap throw to the bag. And he'll be back in standing up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Ball 2 now.
Now he finds himself down 2-0. It looks like he's just distracted. This is the advantage of having a guy on first base who can run.
A runner on first with 2 away. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row? 3-1 count to this guy. You don't want to challenge him right here. Don't give him anything to hit. No, no, no. Keep it on the corners.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Joe Mauer.
At the plate, Joe Mauer, and he's the right man for the job with runners in scoring position as he ranks 5th in the AL in RBIs entering play. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
The 0-1 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now here's a bouncing ball headed for Iglesias at short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on MLB Network. Into the box, Nick Castellanos.
Leading off for Detroit.
Batting average for him on the
Third
season,
baseman,
standing in the 320s entering
Castellanos.
action today. And a curveball in for a strike.
Matt, that ball's right down the middle. It looked like he wasn't even going to offer at it. Some guys don't mind taking the first pitch, and they even feel comfortable when they're down 0-1.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Ball hit on the ground here for the first baseman, Belt. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Astros. At second base, Jose Altuve. He's a Gold Glover. You know why? He always had arm strength, but he didn't always catch the ball consistently. He worked his tail off and became a guy that can catch the ball, and now he can throw it. He's impressive out there.
Coming to the plate now, number 7. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Number 98 is on deck. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball, and then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Cox will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Batting 7th, second baseman, number 98.
At the plate, number 98. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate, and that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now to cover both the inside and the outside part of the plate.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
He threw that ball right by him. When you got a guy throwing that hard, you got to really just think about using your hands and just spread out and let your hands fly. They're going to be quicker than your bat is going to get to the ball.
2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tigers. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now at the plate, Mike Trout. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the American League in that category.
Mike Trout.
Here comes the first pitch. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Chop foul right by home plate, and it's a ball and a strike. Here's Trout waiting on the 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
One strike.
The 2-1 on its way. Line towards center field. Hill patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Let's take a look at the Tigers defense. Brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking down there at Miguel Cabrera. Can you believe this guy was a shortstop when he broke in? Yeah, skinny 20-year-old playing shortstop for the Marlins. He's moved around the diamond now, playing on the corners a lot. But obviously the big fella, he's such a great hitter. He's one of the best hitters in the game. That's why you want him in the game. But he doesn't hurt you on the defensive side either.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. One-0 count. Here it is. And a slurve, but this is in the dirt for a ball.
That's just not a competitive pitch. I mean, that ball wasn't even close. Now the hitter's sitting 2-0.
2-0 count, and the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he misses again. Ball 3. Jose Altuve waits on deck. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Hill is in pursuit. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
In now, Jose Altuve. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Pitch on the way. Popped up. Number 98 is there for it, and that retires the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So striding forward now, Brian Holiday. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball 1. Now here's the pitch. On the corner away, a ball and a strike. Mauer sets up. Here's the 1-1. Leaves a changeup high for a strike.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
So coming to the plate, Jose Iglesias. And he's looking to turn things around. Ice cold at the plate in recent action. And looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. 0-1.
I like the aggressiveness, Matt. He hits a batter, then he comes right back with the fastball and says, dare you to hit it. I'm coming after you.
The 0-1 delivery. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Ground ball right side. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Tigers. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Well, he's been on a bit of a cold streak, and he gets a base hit there. That's the kind of hit. He didn't hit it hard. This is one of those that you need to get in the hit column. This is a good jump start for him.
Into the box now, Derek Hill, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, 0-1, here's the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Well, that's a big hit right there. You might be wondering why they hold the runner up. Now you have bases loaded. Anytime you have no outs, you don't want to force that guy to be thrown out. Now you put the pressure on the defense with the bases loaded.
In now, Junior Rivera as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Has a look, now the pitch. A shot down the first baseline. There's one. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He enters play here at 288, 10 home runs and 28 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Tigers get 1 here on 2 hits in the inning. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Tigers are out in front, 1-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Eric Ibar, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. Here's the first pitch to him. Sent out to straightaway center field. Hill giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Left fielder, Gary Cox.
Striding in once again, Gary Cox. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on its way. Here's a ball hit high in the air and fairly deep toward the right field corner. Rivera is out near the wall as he pulls it in for the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop, David Lee.
Digging in to try it again, David Lee. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this two-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up the very good middle part of the order to do some damage after all.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. So a 4-pitch inning as the Astros are retired. They're down 1-0. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Yoenis Cespedes.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. The windup and the 0-1. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a neck-high fastball that time. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the two starters here in the fourth inning. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour so far. My goodness. Nick Castellanos now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Soft liner toward first. The spin throw gets him at first. Nicely done for the second out.
The batter, number 7.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, number 7 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A high fastball is in there.
Well, he's really peppering the zone right there, going up in the zone. I wonder if he stays there the whole time. Usually you'll see that with 2 strikes, not with no strikes.
And he lays off for ball 1. Mauer sets up. Here's the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. Grounded to first. Belt will take this one himself, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit, but they're on top 1-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael Lee.
Right fielder, Michael Lee.
Into the windup and the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for him.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Ready for another chance? Number 3. He drew a walk his first time up. Has a look. Now the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Rivera is there, one away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The catcher, number 13, Joe Mauer.
Into the box now, Joe Mauer. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, he knew he was going to get a changeup right there. You could tell he's sitting on that the whole way. You don't hit a first pitch changeup without looking for it.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat. The 0-1 pitch. Favorable call in there for a strike. Ready with the 0-2. On the ground up the middle. He'll go to the bag for one. On to Cabrera at first. It's a twin killing and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here. No errors. 1 man left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Tigers lead it 1-0. Standing in, number 98. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Second baseman, number 98.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1.
He hasn't used that pitch much this game. That's one he's been working on the bullpen, and now he's brought it into the game. If he's able to incorporate that in his stuff, look out.
2-0 now.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
Up and out over the plate, but a called strike. 2-1. And this is going to be a foul ball. Ground ball, and this is off the second base bag, and a base hit. So early trouble to lead off the inning, and they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Brian Holiday.
Stepping into the box, Brian Holiday. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. First pitch on its way. Fouled back. Right over the middle, knee high.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
1 run on 3 hits and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
One and two. Here it comes. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
Well, that's great discipline. He's clearly sticking with his plan. Those 2 balls were down. He's thinking to himself, make him get it up before I swing. Get it off the knees.
Now a snap throw to first. And he's back easily. A runner at first with no outs here. Chopped weakly to the left. Altuve for 1. Return throw is in time. And what do you know? They do get the double play.
The shortstop, number 1, Jose Iglesias.
Stepping up to the plate, Jose Iglesias, a base hit in his first trip. Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Swing and a fly ball to straightaway left. Cox over to his right, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Tigers fail to make any noise, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Now at the plate, Brandon Belt. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Brandon Belt.
First delivery to him on the way. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Up next for the Astros, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. And the pitch on 2-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Rivera is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter, Eric Ibar.
Here's Eric Ibar now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Tries to bunt his way out here, but this is a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a changeup right down the middle.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's got 1 pitch, I think, away from getting through 5 shutout innings. It's pretty impressive right now.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Ready on 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first is Ibar heading for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat. And this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at bat at a time.
Into the box, Gary Cox, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Now batting, shortstop, David Lee.
Ready for another shot now. David Lee, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ibar with the lead from second. The pitch. In there, 0-1.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but less than 60% of his first pitches have been for a strike. And he's still having a good game. I don't know what he's doing. They just haven't been able to figure him out.
0-1 pitch on its way. It's a swinging bunt up the line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 5 innings complete. It's the Tigers 1 and the Astros nothing. Digging in and looking for more, Derek Hill. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. That one misses, and I think a ballpark full of umpires disagrees. It's 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him.
Tigers,
he wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Stepping in now, Junior Rivera. He swings and grounds it to short. Lee gloves it, throw on to first, 2 gone.
First baseman number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Digging in to try it again, Miguel Cabrera. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
2 outs, bases empty, and I got one of my power guys at the plate. This is where you let it fly right here. Give me a home run or a double. Give me some kind of extra base hit here.
And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers, but they're up 1-0. Ready for another shot now. Michael Lee. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the windup and the pitch. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Line drive to center field, and this inning starts with a solid base hit. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway. So a ringing single here to
Now
center
batting,
field makes it 2
number
hits
3.
for him on the night. And as you see there, that total good for second place on this Astros ball club. Ready once again, number 3 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
Now a snap move over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Nobody out, runner on first. Fastball called for strike 2.
Well, he's got a double play situation right here. If he can get the ball down, everything's been up. So I'm not really looking for a double play. It might take 2 or 3 hitters to get out of this jam.
Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Wow, really close pitch on 0-2. That just missed, and if he hits that spot right there again, he might get the call next time.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
So here's Joe Mauer. A pitch out. The throw not in time as he's able to thwart the pitch out. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag. So let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. 1 out and a runner on second base. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. From the stretch, and that misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike to count.
And that's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
Ready for another chance? Mike Trout, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up.
And that'll do it in the inning as the catch is made in the coach's box.
So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. Detroit is out in front, 1-0. Back here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. We're through the first 6 innings with the Tigers on top, and before we start the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. Ready? Hey, I'm not complaining, but this.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really for a ball. It's 1-0. And right out of play. Mauer sets up. Here's the 1-1.
He's doing it all day.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. That's what we see in the game today, Dan. That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys right now.
Nick Castellanos now. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
Striding in once again, number 7. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing the bat at that pitch.
2 out, nobody on. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. And it looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, he's got himself in a good count right now. Down 1. He's probably looking for something to drive out of the ballpark, maybe tie this game up.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. On the ground, softly towards second. And he can't make the play as he overruns it, but that should be scored as an infield single.
Well, it's getting late in the game. You look for anything to get the rally started. Right there, an infield single. They'll take it and try to build from it moving forward.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Altuve. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And he takes ball 1. A runner at first with no outs here. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll get back in safely. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Ripped down the first base line. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Nobody out, runner on first. hit down the third base line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Here's another 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Eric Ibar, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And a good decision there to sweep this away in foul territory and make him try it again. Now a bunt attempt here. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
You can't ask for anything more than that. The tying run moves over to third now with only one out, so we'll see how the infield decides to play it here.
At the plate, Gary Cox. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Digging in once again, David Lee. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First offering on its way. High in the air out towards shallow right. Rivera moves over. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And he is out at the plate. They are denied a chance at tying the ball game here as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Jeremy McDonald has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Jeremy McDonald.
Stepping into the box, number 98. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Number 98.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Here it comes on 1-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Pitch on the way. Pitch popped up. McDonald has a play, and that's the first out of the inning. Very tight ball game so far. 1-0 the score as we take a look at our starter comparison, and both guys have given excellent performances to this point. Stepping up now, Brian Holiday. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Slow roller left side. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The shortstop, number 1.
Pitching certainly has been on display in this one, and there's the evidence of it right there. 1-0 our score, as there are an awful lot of zeros on that line score to this point. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Nope,
and a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. 1-2. Here it comes. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit, but they lead it 1-0. Into the box, Michael Lee. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Right fielder, Michael Lee.
First pitch on its way. And he lays off there 1-0. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Hey, that's a good pitch right there. But, you know, as a base stealer, when you're in the box like that, you want to protect your moneymakers, right? You don't want anything around your knees or your feet. So he was fortunate to get out of the way of that one.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. The 2-2 one more time. 3-2 now. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Hard hit ball to short. Iglesias is there. On to first, and a sigh of relief in that visitor's dugout as that's a big man to retire to start out the home 8.
Number 3.
Digging in, number 3. And his dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
Lays off 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. Iglesias is underneath this one, and that's out number 2.
The catcher, number 13, Joe Mauer.
So here's Joe Mauer. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Couldn't quite pull that swing back. He went around for strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. Hit hard back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
That's the 6th hit of the night. They haven't hit a lot of balls hard. That's why that one stood out. That was one of the first ones that really they squared up all night off of him.
Now here comes the Tigers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Joaquin Soria enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning.
38, Joaquin Soria.
Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll dive back in. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. A pitch out, the throw. And even a pitch out can't do the trick. He's in there at second. Well, when a stolen base is that close, it's interesting to check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, you'll want to focus on the top speed. Really good, and it paid off there. One 1-0 pitch on the way. The big curveball just misses apparently. Ball 2. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's stolen base number 8 on the campaign. 2 out here and a runner at second. Swinging on 2-0, and it's chopped foul at the plate. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second, scooped up, and the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. 1 left for Houston. It remains 1-0. Set to start the 9th now from Space City, Houston, Texas, as we continue our MLB Network presentation. Jay Lee
enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him a chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Derek Hill is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Now here it comes. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball in the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at-bat goes on. I love it.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Lays off the fastball low, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on its way. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Now here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Standing in now, Junior Rivera. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. One out, nobody on. Now a ball line foul up and over the Astro dugout. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And another foul ball.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Now at the plate, Miguel Cabrera. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Well, he got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Lee ranging back. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers, but they're on top 1-0. Jose Valdez takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Jose Valdez.
Number 70 will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And that's in there for a strike. He'll come in with an average down to 230, 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1. And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
Now batting.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0 pitch. That's wide, 2-0.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Two 2-0 count. Here it comes. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed, so Personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play. That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
And a full count now, 3-2. One out, nobody on. Swing and a line drive, but foul.
Man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Carlos Correa will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
76, Carlos Correa.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll get back in standing. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
Well, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get in the chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away, but he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And that is just shy of the box seats, off the top of the wall. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Well, one thing's for certain, that makes the manager look like a genius right there. He calls on him to pinch hit, hoping for any kind of spark, and he gives him a little bit more than that, blasting a double that almost leaves the ballpark. Big innings often start with beginnings like this.
Jabba Chamberlain comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save.
Chamberlain.
Gary Cox will be the first to face him here as he'll stand in with 2 men in scoring position and only 1 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
I don't have a problem taking that pitch right there. New pitcher just came in out of the bullpen. You want to see what he's got. You measured the first pitch. Now get ready to hit.
Tying and winning runs on base here with 1 big out. Back up the middle and through into center field. A base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. No problems here, Houston. The Astros are going to walk off a winner.
Yeah, when he stepped into the box, he was thinking about shortening his swing, finding a way to make contact and score that tying run. But he does even better than that, finding a way to drive the winning run in as well.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant, but turned in a good, solid effort and definitely was a factor in the win here.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. Jay Lee wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros. 2 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. For the Tigers, 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 44 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Minute Maid Park, 40,950. The Astros thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.